My first feeling is that I feel like our athletes are ready for the next step in this process, and I'm really excited, especially for our fans, to have some teams they're familiar with and some in-state rivals and Pac-12 rivals. So I think that could really help in terms of our attendance. And I know my athletes love competing in the Huntsman Center, and especially when it's full. So I feel like some of these teams will help draw a great crowd.
No, we weren't too surprised because we were hosting, so we knew we would be here. But we're all really excited, to get back out on the Huntsman and, just be back in our home floor and have all our fans there cheering for us. It'll be a really good time.
We have a lot of teams that we've competed against this year and past years, so it's really exciting, and both teams are very, very good in the Pac-12. So I think it's exciting also that we have a lot of Utah teams here in Salt Lake competing. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and as long as we do what we do in practice every day, it's going to be a good meet.
We try not to focus too much on the teams that we're going against. We just kind of want to focus on going out there and doing our job, and just focusing on approaching the meet and the routine like any other meet or any other routine, and just leaving it out on the floor and see what happens.
We like to say that we're an elite team, because we are, and we're at a great level right now. We're peaking at the right moment, so we just have to go in there and trust what we've done every day in practice, and it's going to be a good meet.
Yeah, I definitely think we're peaking at the right time. I think, we've put in so much hard work leading up to this, and, we still have other things to chip away at, but I think we're definitely coming into form and peaking at the right time, and it's super exciting to, see what's going to happen.
They've been doing great. We had a little bit of a disappointment in Pac-12s on one event, and what I loved was watching this gritty team fight back, and so I think that will bode well for us, and I certainly think that we'll take a look at what went wrong with balance beam and make a few adjustments so that we can be better on that event next time around. And we are still hoping that Maddy Stover can get back in our beam lineup as well, who has been a mainstay at the last spot. That's yet to be determined with her shoulder and the progress with her shoulder.
With her shoulder, has it gotten any better?
Well, the doctors and our trainer are trying to get the inflammation down, and it is possible with the torn labrum to do a balance beam routine, but we feel like we need to get it, because on the night at competition where it really started to bother her, it made it more swollen and stuff. So they're trying to get that under control and rest it, in hopes of starting next week with some gymnastics and see how it feels. Both doctors and trainer feel like it's very possible to do a beam routine. It'll be a matter of how Maddy's feeling about that when she tries her beam stuff.
It shows how much depth we are, how much depth we have, and just how good of a team we are, and that we can face adversity and still come out swinging, and that we can just take the challenges in stride and just keep going forward.
We have so much depth from this team. We have a lot of freshmen that have come in, and they're strong, and they're showing and showcasing that they have great routines and they can score well. So that's what we've been looking for.
I think it's wonderful to have the girls have to kind of step up, and we talk a lot about that in our team throughout the year. From the very beginning of the year, we talk about make sure you have a competitive routine ready to go on each event. That's your job, and believe us, you will probably end up getting a chance to prove yourself, and opportunity will come your way. And it's partly because I've done this a long time and I know how it works, and we keep a relatively small team that's family oriented and everybody feels needed, and we do that for a reason. But if there's injuries, you definitely can figure you're probably going to get an opportunity out there.
So our goal this year is to make it to nationals just like every other year, and just going out there and having fun when we compete, and just going out there and hitting 24 for 24.